What's up, guys? Today we're going to be learning about stoichiometry, more specifically, limiting reactant problems. So, here's one. 2 moles of propane reacts with 8 moles of oxygen gas in a combustion reaction. How many moles of carbon dioxide are formed? How much of the excess reactant is left over? So here's the reaction that corresponds to the equation, or the question. So you can see here it's a combustion reaction. In a combustion reaction, water is always a product, with oxygen always being a reactant. And so let's get started by identifying which reactant is the limiting one. Okay, so we know we have 2 moles of propane, 2 moles, and 8 moles of oxygen gas. And so an easy way to find out which is the limiting reactant is to divide the molar coefficient, or divide the amount of moles that you have by the molar coefficient. So here we're going to do 2 over 1 is 2. And then we have 8 over 5, which is 1.6. So this is less than this one, all right? So this is going to be the limiting reactant, and this one's going to be the excess reactant, okay? So now to find out how many moles of carbon dioxide are formed, we're going to find the theoretical yield of carbon dioxide if we use up all of the limiting reactant. And so to do that, we're going to use the molar ratio of oxygen to carbon dioxide. And so here we have for every 5 moles of oxygen that are reacted, 3 moles of carbon dioxide are produced. So we have 8 moles of oxygen at first, and so we're going to do 3/5 of 8. And we get 4.8 moles of carbon dioxide. Okay, so that's the answer to the first part of the question. Now, how much of the excess reactant is left over? Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with this one. Okay, so these two, the molar coefficient of propane is 1, and so it's going to be 5-to-1 ratio, where when you use 5 moles of O2, you only have to use 1 mole of propane. And so we used 8, and so to find out how many moles of propane we used, we're going to do 8 times 1/5. 8 times 1/5 is 1.6. So we used 1.6 moles of propane, and we had 2 moles available. So 2 minus 1.6 equals 0.4 moles. So we have 0.4 moles of propane left. And that's how you'd solve one of these limiting reactant stoichiometry problems on the AP chemistry exam.